And welcome back, everyone. Good morning on Saturday the 13th. Mate Sipper here on another beautiful day. Alright, so let's see what the weather's going to be doing and the spirits are up to. After I grab my ruby. Ruby! Maybe, there we go, okay. Weather report. It's going to be cloudy with gusts of winds throughout the day. Alright, and the fortune teller. Welcome to Wellwick's Oracle. Spirits are very displeased. They will do their best to make your life difficult. Alright, well. We can try to get this done today. You know what, yeah, let's do that today. I think some fishing is well deserved. I see you've entered the Skull Cavern. Well done. I've got a better challenge for you. Kid, make it at least 25 levels deep. I got a mountain of gold to send it. If you can do it. Your friend, Mr. Key. Oh, mysterious Mr. Key. Alright. So with that spooky message read, we'll have to see what we can do to get down to floor 25. It's going to require some bombs. Gonna have to blow our way down, which is, you know, kind of how you do it. There are a few other methods to doing it, such as the slingshot, actually. So you can get explosive ammo either by crafting or by purchasing it. Wow, our pockets have completely filled up. I don't think that that's happened in a long time. Put that away. Yeah, trash those. I'm going to keep these. They're not bad gifts. So, yeah, we'll get the cheese out of there too. I don't know why I went in that chest. I wanted to go in here. Put these flowers away for Evelyn and Jazz. They make pretty good gifts in general. Well, I take that back. They're really good for Evelyn. They're really good for Jazz. Be very careful with who else you give them to. There's pretty much a caveat to all the gifts in this game. You might have seen me planting those beets. I didn't necessarily mean to. I was just kind of grabbing some seeds and I didn't realize what I was doing. So maybe we'll get to that quest a little bit sooner than I was hoping to. But you know what? That is perfectly fine. So that quest, there's not really a good indication to it until after Winter Day 1. And so it kind of just requires you to do some exploration on your own. So I will... Well, you know what? I'll do the first part. Because the first part, it definitely is something that's kind of difficult for a lot of people. I don't think I've sold a honey yet, so we're going to do that. Just because it's in a weird spot, and so I don't think a lot of people really realize what they have right in front of them. And then to kind of further this, actually, Mr. Key... Oops, come on. Mr. Key is a very interesting character in this game. We technically do have the ability to have met him sooner through using a glitch. The glitch I am referring to is to get to the summit early. So, to get to the summit early, what you do... Actually, you know what? We have everything required for this quest. I take that back. We're missing one thing, but that one thing's not a big deal right now. Alright, so Mr. Key can show up. He usually shows up through this quest here, where you go into the mines for the first time, and he's like, oh wow, hey, good job. You made it to the bottom of the one mines, now you're in these mines, let's see if you can make it down to me. Well, he is kind of a difficult individual to really tack down what he is. But he has something to do with that bouncer in Sandy's shop. So the first thing you do is you come over here. It's a battery-powered lockbox. Unfortunately, there's no battery in it. Drop a battery in. The box swings open and inside, a note comes out. Your first task, bring a rainbow shell to the train platform. Leave it in the box. Mr. Key. So yeah, there you go. He's kind of an enigmatic figure. He is aware of when you cheat. He is aware of when you glitch. And later on we'll find out that he's kind of been watching us for a lot of the game. And yeah, there's something slightly unsettling about it. And as I said, he is directly related to the bouncer. Oh, hey, Willie. Hi, Mate. It's odd. I'm not sure what caused this boulder to disappear. The stream is flowing from deep within the mountain. Hey, you see that? That glistening in the water? Yeah, that's some quality ore. The flow of water must be carrying it out of the mountain. You know what this means, right? We're gonna be rich! It means we can start panning for ore. Told ya. Here, I got an extra pan in my backpack. Why don't you take it? If you ever see ore glistening in the water, use that pan and see what you can find. You have received a copper pan. And during that whole cutscene, I was completely distracted by this. Glad to find out it was cool. So yeah, Mr. Key is kind of an enigmatic figure. Not a lot is known about him. He has some sort of a base of operations, which we'll get to, in the Sandy's Oasis. But there's a lot more to him. So yeah, we'll just kind of uncover things as we go. Now, the copper pan. What is the copper pan for? Well, as you saw, or I mean you didn't see it, but Willie was talking about it. There's an update that allows you to upgrade the copper pan, which is pretty neat. The other thing you can do is you can wear it as a hat. So, it's kind of like the hoe. You throw the shell into the box. Immediately, a note falls down from the rafters above. Well done. Your next task. Place 10 beets inside the mayor's fridge. Mr. Key. Alrighty. So now we have to grow some beets. But, the copper pan, as you can see, can be worn as a hat. And as I was saying, it's kind of like the hoe. In the fact that it takes up an inventory slot. You use it to get collectibles. As well as certain items out of the river. So if you don't want to take up an inventory slot, you can wear it on your head. If you don't mind it taking up an inventory slot, well, I don't know. I guess Bob's your uncle. You can, you know, just keep it down there. It's handy after all. But you can get gold with it. You can get iridium. You can get gems. If you're lucky, you might see a frog in this weather. Thanks, Sebastian. I don't know why you picked up a drawl. I didn't realize that Stardew Valley is in the south. I'm sorry. I don't know what the freak that was. But yeah, so it is a useful item. I will do my best to actually like get some use out of it. Apparently one of my neighbors that works at the publishing house is home and he's revving his engine, as publishers are known to do. God. I don't actually know where he's from. I know that he's pretty well dressed. Anytime I see people come out of the publishing house, they tend to be in suits and ties, so for all I know, he's a banker. But yeah, so for the fishing, we gotta catch a bunch of tiger trouts. Tiger trout. So we'll see what we can do. They are a catch at any time of day or any weather fish, as you can see. Or sorry, not any time of day. but any weather fish. You cannot catch them late at night, so don't try. It's odd that they happen to be an overpopulation problem because tiger trouts cannot actually self-propagate. They're a hybrid, so it's kind of funny, but you know. Game's got a game, as it were. So yeah, we'll see if we can catch a few more of these. If today was a good luck day, I'd have gone off to the mines because you really don't want to waste rainy days like today, just kind of piddling around here. And there's a catfish. I will be smoking you up tonight, little boy. That sounded terrible. But yeah, you usually don't want to be pedaling around here. Usually you're going to want to go to the mines in the desert. Because there's a lot of good stuff you can get from the mines. Iridium, gold, iron, coal, pretty much anything you can imagine you can get there. And when I say anything, I mean just about anything. The desert actually has treasure rooms where if you fall into certain multiples of number, you'll actually get... Sorry, I just need to adjust some stuff around here. You'll actually get anything from sprinklers to fertilizer to seeds. So it can be kind of an interesting thing to do. I'll put on screen some of the, whatever the number is that you are on the lookout for. But as I said, it's a certain line of numbers. It follows, I don't know if it follows a log or if it follows like a division tree. But it is there, and it is something to be aware of. Because as I said, the desert does not have an elevator. Kind of annoying. But yeah, so with today's fishing, caught ourselves a shad. Hopefully we can get a bunch more tiger trouts. I don't think we're going to be able to catch a bunch of them tomorrow. Which, I mean, if we don't finish this quest, I'm not really too fussed about it. Like, yeah, that would suck because I mean, it's free money. It's relatively easy money, but at the same time, this is one that it's going to come up again. And even after we finish it for the first time, it's going to keep coming up. I do my best to kind of point out which ones are not repeatable once you get them done. And I'll do my best to point out the ones that are repeatable. But yeah, so funnily enough, actually, if we get this one done, the only bulletin board side quests we've done have been ones that are repeatable. Which I guess isn't too shocking, because a lot of the quests for the board are repeatable. So there is that, but you know, it is kind of funny. A smallmouth bass. Well, crap. Jewels of the Sea. Wait. Is the bookseller in town today? I don't know why, but like for some reason I just had like a memory of something. Ooh. If the bookseller's in town today, we might be able to trade this book up. Nope, they were yesterday. Okay, that's probably why I had an odd memory of it on recollection. Because I was remembering yesterday. Well, there you go. The bookseller is kind of an interesting... Oops. Kind of an interesting addition to the game. Because they are completely random when they show up. The only rule is they can't show up on a day that there's a festival. So, yeah, they're... Oops. You know what? I'm going to keep that cast because I'm running low on energy. So as long as there's not a festival, there is a chance that the bookseller will show up that day. The game randomly decides what days the bookseller will show up at the beginning of the season, so it's not like a dynamic system or anything like that. But it is something good to know, kind of keep your eye on for the future. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to that trade cart tomorrow. There's a few items I'd really like to get, but I don't know if I will. Another walleye. With all these fish, we're probably going to have a decent amount of change for this upcoming... Well, the upcoming festival, actually, we don't need money for. So I I don't even know what I'm going to do with all this money, honestly. I think it's just going to be a matter of making sure we get all of our buildings upgraded. Okay, I'm going to shift everything over. I don't know what it is, but I get weirded out when I have things that aren't like food in the top row, so that's why I keep doing that. I'm sorry if it bothers anyone, it's just, for whatever reason, it's just how I play Minecraft too. Like, my first two slots are like my active slots. It's like, I put my tool or my weapon in there. And then like, the next slots after that are like foods. And so like, I'll usually have like 1 slot or 2 slots of food. And then the slots after that are usually used for like auxiliary tools, so things like, I don't know, like maybe an axe or something if I'm playing Minecraft. It depends on what I'm doing for the day. And then anything after that is for like just extra stuff, like extra inventory. So I don't know why I'm like that. It's just kind of how I play games, I guess. Kind of an odd insight into the mind of the mate sipper. Here you go, Leah. Would you like a mushroom? Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Can I talk to you? Decorations accentuate the feeling of the season. I think it's a worthwhile tradition. I would have to agree with you. Our house is a little bare on certain decorations, but I do agree. It is always fun to decorate. Oh no, I need to get over there. Walleye are such good fish. Alright, after we pull this one in, we're going to run over there. Cinder Snap Forest, so that's to the left of me. Hopefully I can find that. That is a pretty long stretch of river. Well, I don't hear him jumping yet, so probably a decent distance away. Let me see, where are the walleyes? Still don't hear them. Oh my gosh, I heard a bullfrog. Probably need to come through here with my axe and start clearing this area out. We got a lot of trees through here. So the legendary fish that you can catch in the winter, I'm gonna do my best to remember where it is, but it's like, I believe it's in, oh no, I can't remember if it's like here in this area or if it's up by the lake. And so it's kind of interesting. I'll know for sure when it's actually wintertime and I'm getting ready to go for it. Because that fish, nope, actually it's right here. I recognize this spot. But yeah, that fish is really difficult. It's a good fish to catch. I love catching that fish. It's called the glacier fish. But man, it is kind of finicky. So you're going to want to bring your A game to that one. To be fair, you pretty much always want to bring your A game anytime you're fishing in this game. Because there are some fish in this game that they do not pull punches, and they are not legendaries. They're just normal fish. Squid and blobfish are two that always give me trouble. As well as the other fish we could catch in the desert. That fish is such a pain in the butt. Because I didn't really go over this, but there's actually 2 desert fish. There's a sandfish, and then there's a scorpion carp. Well, the scorpion carp is a little bit harder to catch. It's a lot more rare as well. So not only do you get limited chances of actually hooking one, but like when you do, you have to be on your A game because it will get away as fast as it possibly can. Which, I mean, I guess all fish are really just trying to get away from you. Most animals don't really enjoy being consumed. So, which, I mean, obviously I don't eat all these fish, but I assume that whoever buys them probably is. Alright, and that is the end of the... Oh, jeez. We got one of these finally. That is the end of the frenzy. But you know what, with that, I'm going to run back to the farm. I really wish that we could go over to Gunther's and offload these, because both of these are required for that. The ancient seed will actually give you a new bag of seeds. And unfortunately, it doesn't make sense for me to even start growing it this season. It is a you can grow at any time of year type of a plant. But as I said, like, for me, it's not going to benefit me. I might just sell this fish. This fish, geez, this book. I mean, I guess I caught it like a fish. So anytime you read a book that you've already read, that gives you like a special skill, what the game does is it gives you experience in the field of like whatever that skill is. And then if you've already maxed out that skill, it gives you experience, I believe, in another one randomly. I might be wrong. So there's a lot of rules with that that have changed. They're probably going to keep changing as the game continues to evolve going forward. I mean, I guess I say that, and I don't really know if he does have any updates planned. Because, to be completely frank, like, us Stardew Valley aficionados and lovers didn't really expect another one to be coming so soon, because he said he was done working on Stardew Valley, and then, like, randomly another, like, decent-sized update came through. And that was the one that changed the pine tree drops, and, you know, I kind of made fun of that one, but it's that one. And so it's kind of interesting, just all the changes that he's still doing to the game. And will most likely continue to do. Sashimi, that is one I haven't made yet. How good is it? 75.33, that's not bad. Yeah, we don't have any rare fish in here. Really, this is the only one I'm worried about using. Because I need it for salmon dinner. Like, I really would prefer not to use my carp, just because of the carp surprise. Like, at the same time, I can't say that I care too much. Yeah, I'm gonna make some of these. So sashimi is kind of an interesting ingredient. It's an interesting dish, because it's on Sebastian's love. But Pierre is also gonna want some sashimi at some point next year, so it's kind of one that, like, I might as well set it aside. Because you never know. It could come in handy. Could come back and pay you back in spades. You know, or it could just be me going crazy, because it could be that too. Peeper is trying to sleep. I'm so sorry, Peeper. Birdo is trying to sleep. Betty is trying to sleep. Okay, I am aware. Let me grab my eggs. Actually, I kind of want to, you know what, let's take all these out. I want to make a run to the community center. The reason why, well, actually, we're not going to get we're not going to get another bundle done. So maybe I won't. No, we'll just turn this one into cheese. Yeah, we'll put that away. I don't really want to turn the gold star one into cheese. So the only way to get like a star on your cheese is either through a house upgrade that we don't have yet, or by, what's it called? By way of getting a bigger milk. So when you have a bigger product, such as a big egg or a big milk, it adds to the value of whatever artisan good it produces. So in the instance of mayonnaise, if I were to put a large egg in there, in the mayonnaise maker, it would give me a gold star mayonnaise. And a large milk would provide a gold star on my milk, or on my cheese. So it's kind of it's a useful thing to know. But the star of the milk doesn't actually matter, unless you're planning to sell it or gift it. Milk is a gift that you can usually give to most people, and most people are okay with it. Milk is another one that also recently, well, I don't know if it recently changed. I'd have to look at the change logs. But it did change, because a dwarf up in the mines, he has a line, once you can speak Dwarvish, where he says, there we go. But what he says is, he says, I have yet to try out this thing that you humans call milk. What is it? And he used to hate it. And so if you gave him milk, it was a hated gift. Which, you know, it's funny because it's like, oh, well, he just doesn't like it. But the creator decided to change that around a little bit. So, you know what, let's show off what happens when you put a big egg in here. And so when he changed it around, it's now a neutral gift for the dwarf. And I think he actually says, like, ew, or I don't like this, or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of funny that that was one of the things he did change. And nothing wrong with it. I definitely welcome the change. I think it's funny that the dwarf used to absolutely hate milk, and if you gave it to him, he didn't like have a special dialogue, so it's just like, he'd hint that like he wanted to try it, and then you'd give it to him, and he'd be like, what the hell is this? You know, and be all grossed out. So, I am glad that they kind of changed it around. But yeah, so with that, this has been Mate Sipper, getting an achievement of sorts. And I'd say that we made off pretty well. Yeah, the cheese did pretty good. Sunflowers, yeah, they're not great, but pale ale always does well. Jeez, those cranberries, they sell for a ton. Well, okay, they don't sell for a ton, but you get them really easy. Alright, yeah, fish did okay. Yeah, nothing too spectacular. Alright, well, that was fun to look at that and just the book. Yep, just the book. Sweet. Well, with that, this has been Mate Sipper, and I just wanted to thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week. But until next time, bye.